Alright, so right now I'm here on the continent of Asia, my fourth continent, alright? Now with that being said, I don't even know, like, this is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Shalom, it's Eddie, back with another video. We're here, landed in Europe right now. We are about to get some money, well, get some lira, take a shuttle over from Europe over to Asia, because that's where our hotel is. And yeah, I left Africa to go to Asia. So let's get into it. Yeah, so alright, so we out here right now. We're actually walking to the shuttle. This right here kind of reminds me of what I would think New York would look like. I actually never went to New York, but this kind of reminded me if I was to walk out, what I would imagine it would look like. We're going to the shuttle now. Alright, so right now I'm here on the continent of Asia, my fourth continent, alright? Now with that being said, I don't even know, like, this is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. This city is so modern. I mean, I'm seeing skyscrapers that are like better than the ones in downtown LA. You know, I'm seeing, ooh, okay, the bus is driving past. You know how like in America we have like Bird scooters or Lime scooters? They have these same scooters out here, but they're different companies and they're everywhere. And so I'm just like, whoa, okay, like this stuff is next level. Weather is not too bad, it's kind of warm. But it's at the same time a little cold, so I'm scarfed up and I got a beanie on, and that's cool, but it's not freezing at all. Alright, now let me flip the camera around and show you some content. Now look, come on, look at this, guys. This is like a European, more south country. Look at the bus stops, how nice they are. They're kind of like low-key glassed out, low-key billboards, you know, graffiti and stuff like that. But that's when you have civilians. So these are kind of some of how the stores look. I ain't gonna lie, I'm fooling with it. Yeah, man, it's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. A lot of Yerkish stuff going on. So we're gonna go over here just for a second and just show you guys the other side. Now look how many buses they have out here. Buses, because they have a good transportation system. I took a bus from the airport all the way to this place right here where it's called Kadikoy, and it was literally 39 lira. Which is equivalent to maybe around $2. Pigeons. Look at that big old dog. Dog is huge. That's not those skinny strays that you see in the States, eh? So that's the ferry right here. So Istanbul, if you don't know, is spread across two different continents. So Istanbul has an Asian side and a European side. Right now I'm posted up on the Asian side. And so I can take a ferry for like $2 or $1 and go all the way to the European side. So I can be in Asia one day and on the same day be in the European side. So look how big this dog is. Huge. Stray dogs are really well fed in this part of the world, I think. You know, when in Egypt, same thing. The dogs are like obese. It's crazy. In America, the dogs are showing their ribs. So people just care for stuff more. So stray cat, mud of a cat. And they got all these boats around here. I want to get me a yacht, guys. Give me a yacht. So anyway, I'm messing with Turkey. So there's this scooter right here. It has like a logo. I'm not sure if you can just rent these scooters or how it works. So I'm walking through Turkey and I've seen this car here. I'm thinking it's a smart car converted. Yeah, but a smart car made by Mercedes. So we got a Mercedes rim. Definitely looks like a smart car door. So I'm thinking it's like a smart car kit. Let me know what you guys think this is. All right, man. We landed here at like 5 in the morning. It is now 9 o'clock and we just made it to our hotel. We walked for at least about an hour from where we got dropped off from the bus stop to where we are now at our hotel. Now we're staying at a hotel called the Bosphorus Palace, I believe. The Bosphorus Palace, or the Bosphorus Houses, right here in Istanbul, Turkey. And I will be doing a full tour on that, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and wait for that video to drop. Now, we're going out to get some food. The guy who was actually like the receptionist was, I don't know if it's the guy you say receptionist, but the guy who was at the front desk was actually a Ghanaian. And you guys know, I know a little bit about the continent of Africa. And so we had a cool little conversation, cool little talk. Alright guys, so this is the food that I got. So it's called su borji. It came with some fruit salads and some tomato stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna try it out right now. Alright, so I got a fork and a knife. So let's try, let's see what this is. It's like tomato type stuff. Like cold tomato stuff, not bad. Got the salad right here. Regular tomato, regular cucumber. This actually got a good little taste to it, a good little season to it. I'm not sure what it is or why they gave it to me. This right here is the su borji, so it's like layers and layers of pastry. Then it has cheese, and this one I think has spinach in it as well. Let's see what it's about. I didn't get that much cheese on it. Hold on. Let's see what this one is about. Nice and warm. Cheesy. You don't really taste the pastry too much. I thought you would taste the pastry a lot more. Most of the cheesy taste. Overall though, I would say not bad. Not bad at all. So after I finish eating this, I guess I get back to you guys and let you know my final verdict of how I liked it or didn't like it. And we'll show you the restaurant as well. But a place called Mado, M-A-D-O, and Kadikoy. So we'll film it and show you guys that. Alright, so eating it now. This right here was really good. Like some type of stewed tomatoes, which is nice. Salad, of course, is a basic salad. Portion size was decent. This was 47 lira. I'll put on the screen how much 47 lira is. You guys remember what the full plate looked like. But so I'm finishing up these last two right now. Then I'm probably going to go in and order something else. You guys, it did start raining out here. This is the first time I've seen real rain since being in Tanzania, actually. Look at man's there running. Some people forgot their umbrellas. These my dollars make it hurt. Alright, now I titled this video, I left Africa and went to Asia. Big mistake. And so this is literally my first time in the last like year and some change being off the continent of Africa. And so we're actually in Asia at this moment in time. And man, it has been quite different. I have definitely experienced a little bit more racism in Europe than I do in Egypt. Definitely, I don't even experience it in Egypt. So definitely experience them here in Turkey. I've been called the N-word. I have definitely also ran into some people who were, I feel like anti-tourists. I don't know. One thing I'll say is that I don't have a problem with racism. I consider myself to be a racist, right? I would much rather be around black people, people that speak my language, people that identify with the things I identify with. It's just a homogenous society is nice. Now, with that being said, I'm somebody who's big proponent of separation. However, I believe in separate but equal, right? I don't believe that I need to be hating on any other race, right? I feel like if we were just all segregated but respected, it'll be fine. You know what I mean? If we respected each other, there would have never been slavery, right? If a white man would have said, okay, these people are different than me. They have a different way of speaking, different way of living, but I respect them equally as I respect myself. There was no way he would have just went out and enslaved people, right? But when there's a lack of respect, that's when it comes to issues. And so Turkey, when you go to the restaurants and things like that, all the menus are in Turkish, which is weird because there's a lot of tourists that come to Turkey. And so why would they have all the menus in Turkish and not in English? I do think this is a way to kind of, like, they don't cater to tourists, right? That's my way of saying it. They do not cater to tourists, which is cool. But even though there's hotels everywhere, for some reason you don't really run into English menu places. I guess if you want to go to certain restaurants, particular restaurants. In Egypt, it's the exact opposite. You don't even see things in Arabic, right? Everything is in English, and so Egypt more so caters to tourists, and so that's a little bit of a difference that I'm noticing. Now, with that being said, I respect the fact that they want a homogenous society. They want a society of people that are Turkish or that speak Turkey, that integrate to the culture. I can respect that. But I would just say, as a black person, thus far, I've only been here a couple hours, I've had a couple of incidences. I was like, whoa, hold on, I haven't been experienced this for some time. And so I will say that. Now, can I judge the entire country off of this small experience? Not yet. Right? I've literally been here for a few hours. So yeah, we gotta just keep being out here, keep seeing some more stuff, and keep eating some more foods, and keep exploring different areas. A couple of good experiences, a couple of bad experiences. I'll keep you guys updated. But yes, I left Africa and I came to Asia, and I'll be going to Europe as well. And so I want to end the video off here, but I want to say this, right? I'm here in Turkey, able to experience this country for myself. Able to, let's take you guys out here. Let's go stand by the balcony. So show you guys on the room, I guess. I'm able to take in quite some interesting sights. So like all these cool apartments and kind of local feeling vibes. I hear the ships on the sea. I hear the seagulls. I can see the seagulls. I look down, got these little, things, I don't know. But anyway, I'm able to take all this in. I'm able to enjoy this. I'm able to see for myself if I do or don't like Turkey. I don't have to watch it on a video or read it in a book. I'm able to see it for myself. And I'm able to do this freely because this device is in my hand right here, this phone. I found a way to turn this phone into an ATM. I found this way to turn this phone into a business. As long as I have this phone in my hand, and my mind is functioning, I can make some money, right? One of my favorite ways to make money, one of the most lucrative, one of the most profitable ways to make money is selling courses, right? And I want to teach you all how to turn your thoughts into thousands of dollars every single month, right? By selling a course, turning your life experiences, turning your information, turning your stories into a profitable business, right? That makes you money month in and month out. That would allow you the time freedom, right? I don't have to ask nobody for, hey, can I get paid time off? No, it gives you the time freedom, and it gives you the location freedom. Man, like I said, as long as I have a phone, which I got in my hand, and have the internet with the hotel, I'm straight. And I'm also actually going to film some course videos while I'm here inside of this hotel here, which is going to be kind of cool. For my next program, Thoughts into Thousands Accelerator, which you can join at least the wait list by clicking the link in the description and signing up for that. But you may be saying, I don't have any. What would I teach? I don't have anything that I would be worthy enough to make a course about, or will people even buy from me? Or you may have these type of questions. Then I'll say to you, look, you definitely for sure have something that's worthwhile. If people want to pay for it, if people want to know from you. If you have at least 18 years of life, you will have an experience that is valuable, and you just sometimes need somebody to show you, need somebody to kind of help to pull it out of you, and that's what me and my team will be able to do. That's the first thing we'll be able to do. Super easy. That's the least of our concerns, is what you'll create your course about, because everybody has a course within inside of them. So with that being said, I don't know any of the Turkish language. I don't know anything about Turkey except for how much the lira is in comparison to the dollar. That's it. I'm using Google Translate when I go to these restaurants to figure out what the menus even say. You don't have to be a genius to do this. You don't have to be smart to do this. You don't have to be rich to do this. You just have to be resourceful. You gotta know how to, as a quote, a wise man is not the one who remembers the most facts, but rather the one who can most amply employ his resources. And so if you're watching this video right now, I'm a resource to you, or at least I could be, right? Clearly I'm doing this. I'm 23 years old. I've been doing this since I was 21. I'm a resource. I can help you to put yourself in a position financially to be able to move like this and groove like this, right? And you just have to be willing to use me as a resource. So click the link in the description, sign up for the TITA, Thoughts into Thousands Accelerator waitlist. And see if you'll be one of the 10 people that I work with one-on-one, me and my team, to help you create a profitable online course business in the next 6 weeks. All right? See you guys in the next one. Y'all willing. Shalom.